holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You talk about this Falcon defense. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Young will set to throw. Open man is Mingo, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The Panthers had 5 and 9 on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Great way to convert on 3rd down. 21 yards the play.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give the receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
The Sanders over the first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes not get around.
Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
For the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day.
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
41 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he's brought down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Oh, now a running play here with Smith.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jonnu Smith.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and short yardage, Young.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen. First down. Running right, here's Sanders. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Young. He'll find Thielen working the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Young working out of the gun. And it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Into the hands of London. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
A pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try to get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Nowhere to time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Young off the play fake. Throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
From the shotgun, it's Young. That is caught by Thielen. And they work this route upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. It's Young off play action. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to move back in front. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 touchdowns, forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming in 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I tell you what, 3rd and 10, you look over, and you've got that punt team getting loose on the sideline. So that puts added importance on this play. You certainly don't want to see them on the field. And after a couple of incompletions, 3rd time's the charm as they get the hook up here and pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down throw coming for Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it third down.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
Ritter back to throw.
And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, it's still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. Good move at the 30.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd down and 6.
Looking to throw, Young.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's got his first touch here before halftime, and he goes for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Young.
He's got Mingo.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina.
Jonathan Mingo.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone, powering his way forward. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
timeout set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So the interception there. And Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And the counting is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And that's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of. We're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Ritter to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Robinson. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ritter from the gun. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
And they're going to speed things up here.
1st down. Here's Ritter. And complete to Drake London.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you. I like where your lead is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on the lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Young on third down.
They'll air one out deep from Mingo. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
He was brought down by Bell. A gain of 7. And the Falcons.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time. This pass is caught by London.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Drake London,
38 yards.
and the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16.
Here's Koo to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard lines in the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden,
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked up by Jesse Bates. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And for one of the tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Carolina. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts him in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board, will it energize them? Or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Falcons on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 134 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Ritter. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
A give to Robinson on the option.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Ritter now. Got London on a slant.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ready. 97. Striker, 3-3.
Here's Ritter. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Here comes 2nd down. Now Ritter.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Very sharp to start this drive, 3 for 3.
I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Ritter.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays up in quick succession if they can.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here's second down. Ritter looks to throw it.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in here at this stage of the game. Got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle and able to get it done there.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I'm a little surprised right here. They got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Keith Taylor. But that play, a mess from beginning to end.
Especially since not only do you take what likely would have been 3 points off the board, but not after the return. The other guys are set up with terrific field position, so essentially you've traded what we think would be 3 points to a possible 6 points, but for the other team. That's a bad trade no matter how you look at it.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Sanders. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Sanders going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this one is right through. And they will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD's second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
Well, they had one final chance here on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
So for Carolina, the win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta,